Hey guys, and welcome to the High Vibe channel. My name is Nell Nicole, and I am your astrologer. Today, we're going to be talking about rising signs, or Aquarius rising, more specifically. And if you don't already know, the channel has already covered sun signs and moon signs. So if you're curious to know more about your sun or moon placement, please do go check out those playlists. But we're knocking out rising signs now. So today is going to be about Aquarius rising. We're going to try to keep this video short. I'm trying to keep it down to 20 minutes or less. So we're going to go over the key houses, the key angles, which are first house, fourth house, seventh house, and 10th house. And I'll do another video, another installment where we go through all of the houses of each rising sign so that we can get a really, really good info session in, but that's just gonna take too long, and I'm trying to get this series out for you guys. And so we're gonna just do stick to those houses for today. And then of course, if you'd like a reading, like an in-depth reading of your exact astrology, you can just book a session. We could talk about your natal chart, and the link for that is down below in the description box. So moving forward, let's go ahead and start with the first. Before we start with that, I like to give a little bit of a preface as to why we're talking about rising signs. What is a rising sign? Also known as an ascendant, is basically the point in your chart where the horizon was at your time of birth. Your birth chart is just a picture of the sky at your time of birth, and that's like the starting point. So when we know what your rising sign is, we can tell where all the other signs are in your chart. The chart looks like this. It's a 360-degree circle divided into 12 equal sectors, making them all 30 degrees. Each sector is called a house. Each house is ruled by a particular sign. That sign flavors that house, and that house has its own sort of sector in your life. It talks about the human condition, and it's like human psychology, right? So when we know what the rising sign is, we can tell the chart orientation. Why does that matter? Because the chart is like a map meets a clock. Basically, when we have the rising, we can tell where all the signs are, which are the rulers of the houses, which gives us kind of like cities or regions or whatever. We can tell the sectors, where the lines are, where the borders are. And then when you put your planets and the asteroids and all that in there, it gives landmarks and energy centers, so we know where your energy lies and how to kind of help you direct your own energy. And then you got to think, like, the chart is just a picture of the sky when you were born, but those same planets and celestial bodies are still moving in the sky right now. And so that informs the energy of, due to the timing and where everything is and when. And so astrologers, our job is to synthesize all that information to help you know what time it is and know where you are. Okay, so let's get into the rising sign Aquarius. So your first house is, of course, ruled by Aquarius. First house talks about like the first impression. It's how all of the rest of the energy in your chart is expressed. It's like the flavor by which you express yourself. And so yours being Aquarius, ruled by Uranus and Saturn, which I'm gonna lean more towards the Saturn because I'm an Aquarius girl myself. Okay, so I know that Saturn plays more of a part in our chart makeup than people like to give credit. And so for me, Aquarius rising gives a little bit more rigid, a little bit judgy, just a little bit judgy. It gives unique in a way of like, I don't like gatekeeping unique. Y'all can say what y'all want in the comments, okay? I'm gonna just tell y'all what I pick up. Definitely girl's girl, guy's girl, everybody's girl. And no shade, very loving, very kind individual, very humanitarian kind. Will give the shirt off your back. But in certain situations, there can be some rigidity or some static there. Say you and another person don't necessarily agree with something or get along, it can be a little bit of static there. But Aquarians know how to play cool They just won't show up in those spaces anymore. So let me go to my notes, which are very surface and not at all what I was just picking up. But if you know, you know. Okay. So, innovative, unique, intellectual, very socially conscious, very observant, almost like a Scorpio rising, like super observant. Often appears unconventional or forward thinking with a quirky sense of style, quirky sense of everything, and very unconventional, very forward thinking, very much plotting the next move, plotting an Irish goodbye. Known for their humanitarian outlook and ability to think outside the box, very much so. Um, Aquarius rising people tend to be a little bit misunderstood, and I don't know which came first, the chicken or the egg. Was it something they did? Was it the misunderstanding that sparked it all? I don't know, but um, there is that quirkiness, and I think that that's where the Uranus kind of comes in and separates the Aquarian from the Capricorn, because Capricorn is just all Saturn. Aquarian is very much like dogmatic like Capricorn, rigid like Capricorn, but they have that Uranus influence, which gives them that, like, this quirkiness that we were talking about. But even in that, it's a need to separate oneself, and it's a further effort to categorize, which is very Saturn, very Capricorn. Categorize and compartmentalize things that can sometimes catch these people up, and when things don't add up for them, they tend to disappear and play that Aquarian aloof game. Like they don't know what's going on and they just go away. Anyways, fourth house is in Taurus. All right, so let's talk about the mind of these people. Fourth house is all about the psychology, the early childhood, how your mental is set up, how you've been conditioned to think, to behave, to process information. So yours being in Taurus gives for a very stubborn mindset. The household might have been very rigid, very routine. You might have been on some army type of time, kind of young. But at the same time, like, or it could have been the complete opposite, where things were very lax and worried about comfort first. But in any sense, it gives this very you're like sure of yourself, very sure of yourself type of air. Early childhood life may have emphasized stability, comfort, and material security. Family dynamics may have revolved around traditional, practical values. It gives you a sense of safety. A sense of safety. So, growing up, learning to balance innovation with stability. That's very weird. That's some Aquarius rising type shit. Like, I'm not even gonna say it's weird. It's just, I guess, your ability to convey your uniqueness comes from this sense of inner security, inner confidence, inner these practical values on the inside allow you to be like, okay, I'm gonna let my freak flag fly a little bit. Okay, seventh house is in Leo for you. So Leo is, or seventh house is all about partnerships. It's the type of partner you are, the type of partner you attract. And so you definitely attract a traditional lover. You want somebody that's going to be very, like, all about you, supportive, very attentive, somebody that's very, like, passionate, expressive, confident. It says here, you seek relationships that inspire creativity and self-expression. You really want somebody that's going to go all out for you and give you the romantic gestures, give you the attention you feel like you deserve. When it's time to dress up, come on, match my fly. Like, let's get this show on the road type of energy. And then your 10th house is in Scorpio. Well, wait. Let's go back to 7th house. So 7th house, struggles when partners are too self-centered and dramatic. So you need somebody that's not going to be trying to outshine you in the relationship or just, like, make it all about them. Somebody that's going to be emotionally mature enough to really want a relationship where both partners can shine and both partners can give and receive. Aquarius rising. Yeah, like not too much on the individualistic, independent side, because Aquarius and Leo can be both very independent energies. So you or your partner could have a tendency to want to pull away and kind of go into your own worlds when things go wrong, but you want to make sure that you have that mutual respect for the relationship in order to kind of be able to be alone together type of thing. Um, yeah, and you want to make sure that you're not being too overly dramatic about certain things in a relationship, and that your partner is not doing that as well. 10th house, Scorpio. And so 10th house is about public reputation. It's the highest point in our chart, so it's where all the energies kind of come together in order to shine right there at the top of your chart. It being in Scorpio, you give off an energy of mysterious leadership. Like, a lot of times people want to know how it is that you do what you do. And honey, it's just in the sauce, and it's not something that can be replicated, you know? It's like, you can go into professional situations and give a really transformative spin to things. Could be known for helping to rebrand or revitalize brands, or come in and give a fresh new energy to an office, or, you know, it says known for being intense and resourceful in their career, publicly admired for their ability to deep dive and create lasting change. Scorpio is the energy of change, transformation for the better. It's the phoenix rising. So your energy is definitely a shock to some people, a spark to some people. They don't expect for you to have the amount of, how do I want to say, like, because you come off kind of airy with that, you know, air rising sign. Aquarius is an air sign. They might underestimate you, but you have that Taurus grounding. So the way that you think, the way that you process situations and information and people even, is very sophisticated. And the partnerships that you garner are very beneficial, very creative. It all lends to this, I'm thinking Kris Jenner. I don't know why. I always get these pop culture references. But it's a very bossy energy like that. Like, people wonder what your secret sauce is, and it's like they'd have to really study you in order to get to know what it is, because you'll be damned if you let up on it. But it works. Whatever the je ne sais quoi is, it works, and you leave people guessing with your Aquarian mystique. So, oh, and dominance in the workplace too. Scorpio is all about Pluto. Pluto's the dominant planet. Anyway, child, you got it going on. Thank you guys for spending a little time with me to learn about the Aquarius rising sign. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below and like this video. Share this video with somebody that you know that needs to know a little bit more about the Aquarius rising, you know what I'm saying? And make sure you check out some of the other videos on the channel as well. As always, I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Peace.